should be recording again. Okay.
Alrighty.
If it glitches again, let me know.
Thank you, Bambi.
And I can edit this together for you too, so you don't have to.
Our tree pose begins. Follow the foot on the floor, the foot attached to the low level or above the knee for protection of the knee. Don't push the heel in. The hands come into prayer. Now, when we're balancing, try to find something to stare at that is not moving. I will guide you through. If you want to move your hands, it adds a different challenge. You can lift the hands above the head. And we can open the arms out to the side into T position. Allowing the arms to rise. Hands come into prayer. And releasing down into mountain pose. Very good. You can kind of wiggle a little bit. You should feel that on your supporting leg through your hip, through that ankle, as your body is stabilizing to control balance, especially towards the end of the pose. As we go into the next one, we're going to take a deep breath first. And then we're going to exhale and forward fold, stretching through the back and the hips. Our inhale is up and back, reach and finish. And preparing to do the other side. So you shift your hips and you release the foot, deciding what is best for you. On the floor, a little off, or up high. Hands come in, and we begin to find something to stare at. Using that yoga breathing in and out through the nose, nice and slow. The arms rise. These are always suggestions. If you need to, bring the hands back down. And we open out into T. And the arms will rise. Hands come into prayer. And release, shake it out. We're doing awesome. We're going to take that deep breath in. And we dive down, find that forward fold. Our inhale is up and back, and we'll finish. There we go. We're going to take a step back. We're going into Warrior One. So it's not a really big step quite yet, but your hips are forward. The toes are only turned out slightly, so maybe 30 degrees, so that both hip bones are forward. The front foot, we're going to bend and straighten that front knee. I feel a gentle stretch in the lower part of my back leg. I do not want my knee to go past my toes as I bend. So if that's happening, just scooch the foot forward, wiggle it out there. And then we're going to hold the bended lunge position. We call this Warrior One. Your hands can stay on hips. You can advance to prayer. Elbows are lifted. You could also take the arms above the head. We're going to widen out the arms out to T, and we're going to straighten our front leg. At this time, we tip our hips forward into an airplane type position, and we balance, hold. in towards our leg, opening up our shoulders to the side wall. If this arm up is too much, you could place it onto your hip. The shoulder that's closest to the floor should push towards that side wall, while the top shoulder is reaching back. Perhaps you could look at the floor, you could gaze straight ahead, or all the way to the ceiling. Opening out into our T position. Balance, hold. Releasing into Warrior One as we bend that front leg. We're going to push off the back foot and bring it into Mountain Pose, the arms lower. We take that breath in. We're exhaling, forward fold, pulling the stomach into the spine, dropping the head towards the floor. Hopefully this pose is getting easier as we go through the practice today. Inhale, we lift up and back. Exhale. Now we'll need to step the other foot back into Warrior One. So the toes only slightly turned out. Both hip bones are straight forward. And then we're going to take a bend and a straighten with the front leg. Finding a stretch into the low leg. And when you are ready, the knee is behind the toes in the front. We balance, hold, hands on hips. In prayer or above, reaching beside the ears, maybe even a little behind the ears. Opening out into T, and we're going to straighten the front leg and tip forward. Rotating this airplane position, lifting, reaching for the leg and allowing it to slide down. Our shoulders are squaring towards that side wall. The bottom shoulder pushes through just a little and the top hand reaches back. You're gazing down at the floor, to the side, or perhaps lifting your chin to the ceiling. Releasing the stretch back into the airplane position. And we're going to bend the knee in the front, coming into Warrior One. Balance, hold, finding the strength in that front leg. All the weight is down through the heel of that foot, so my toes in the front can freely move. Pushing off of that back foot and coming all the way in to our mountain pose again. And take that deep breath in, inhale. Exhale, dropping down. Let's roll the body up one vertebrae at a time. Restacking. The head is the last thing to come all the way up. Very good. Now we're going to end with this section. We're going to use the strap for just a moment. And if you don't have a strap at home, you could possibly use a long belt or a scarf that doesn't have a lot of stretch to it, perhaps. But you have a firm grip on each one, each side. And we're going to start kind of wide. As you go through this series, you might want to shorten up just a little bit. We're stretching through the shoulders. So we begin to lift the strap up, rotating it behind the head, and lowering it down. Now my strap is taut right now, lifting up and lowering down. So if you like, walk in just a tiny bit. We inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Let's do 2 more rounds on this series. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. exhale down. And one more section. Here we go. Inhale, lifting. Feeling the stretch through the chest, through the shoulders. Inhaling. Exhale. Very good. We're going to stop the video right here. This is your warm-up section. We're going to go into some more intense poses next, and we're going to reset the video. So I'll see you in a few minutes.